Hello and welcome to Disney and Stuff. Tonight I'm going to give you my opinion. There's been some news out of Disney. Now, first off, there's been no word from Disney about renewing the Magic Keys. Hmm, okay, that's on Disney because there is a lawsuit pending that was allowed to go forward. So, here's my opinion. Bob Chapek made mention in the quarterly call about an unfavorable mix in park attendance at Disneyland. He was referring to us Magic Key holders. Bob Chapek doesn't care about the guest, whether you're a Magic Key holder or a ticket buyer. He sees you as a dollar sign. Him and the higher ups, it's all they see you as. Boys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, Bob Chapek sees you as a dollar sign. He doesn't really care about you, and he doesn't care about the cast members either. And remember, the cast members are the one that makes the magic. So, unfavorable attendance mix. There are people whose Magic Keys have already expired. And what Bob Chapek fails to understand is that a majority of us Magic Key holders are monthly payment option. So when the Magic Keys expire and the money stops coming in, because Disney took their last payment from us back in July. And the money stops coming in, then what? When it was first stated that Disneyland was going to reopen and they'd done away with the old annual pass program, I saw on several different websites stating that if they didn't bring back the annual pass, people weren't going to pay Disney's price to visit the park. The wife and I like to visit the park. We do. And we even paid for a child ticket. Just last month. And we took our grandniece. That was $210 because it was a Friday and she's age 3 to 9. So we took her. And we spent about $300 at the park between souvenirs and food. With what Bob Chapek said, he only sees us as a dollar sign. Him and the higher ups only see guests as a dollar sign. So I got news for you, Bob Paycheck. When the rest of the Magic Keys expire, and all of a sudden you're not making profit, then what? You know why Magic Keys were brought up so quick? Because they weren't making enough revenue. You know why they want to keep the reservation system there? And so they can limit attendance. So they can hire the minimal amount of workers to work the parks and not pay them a living wage. And Disney has a stranglehold on the unions that the cast members are part of. Otherwise, the deal that was put in place about time off, time missing, sick days, wouldn't be the way it is. Because now, if a cast member gets COVID, they're supposed to stay home for 5 days? You realize they'll lose their job if they follow protocol? Yeah, it's like that. I read through it. It was posted. I read through it. Here's the thing. If you get sick, you're allowed to get sick for 1 day. Then you got to be back at work so you don't lose your job. And Disney doesn't pay the cast members a living wage anyways. So there it is. Yeah, I'm putting Disney on blast. Yeah, this is Disney and Stuff. The ones who made them change the spiel for Soarin' Over California, because their claim to fame when they first opened is you could not get a photo from inside the ride without a flash. Well, I got 2 perfect photos from inside the ride. And for a year, Disney had my face, a picture of my face up there at the front of Soaring Over California, and was told to take my camera from me. And they did that for a year. So yeah, thanks to me, now the spiel is different. So here it is. Bob Chapek sees you as a dollar sign, and then what are they going to do? Disney World is making money. Because they don't have a ton of annual pass holders in Florida. They don't. They have a ton of annual pass holders here in California. And most of us are on the payment plan. So when the passes expire and there is no way to renew and there is no new annual pass, Disneyland, I'm sorry, I enjoy Disney parks. I enjoy Disneyland and California Adventure. I documented the building of California Adventure. I documented the building of A Bug's Land. I documented the building of Cars Land. Now, I documented all this, documented that, the building of DCA, because there was no YouTube, there was no Facebook, there was none of that. I ran off other websites, and there was only the chat rooms off of Hotmail. So I went to several different chat rooms and put down the tag, the information to be able to link to take you directly to my photos. And yeah, those 2 photos from inside Soaring Over California was on that link. Disney paid attention. Now, they're not going to pay attention to somebody small like me, my YouTube channel, because they figured they were done with Disney and stuff. Yeah. Guess what? I'm a small YouTube channel. I don't have a lot of followers. That's on me. I do have ride videos on my YouTube channel. But Bob Chapek and the upper ups, including the shareholders, only see guests at a dollar sign. And he figures the annual pass holders don't spend as much money in the parks. I got news for him. Like I said, most of us are on the monthly payment program. So when the passes expire and there's no way to renew, guess what? Disney, you're not going to have such a high, 70% raise from this time in 2021 because of Genie Plus. Yeah, and the unfavorable park is Disneyland Park. We're an unfavorable mix. Well, I'm not the only YouTube channel that boasts that. And apparently Disney does pay attention to certain YouTube channels because somebody said something bad about Bob Chapek, and Disney blasted that YouTube channel for it. Well, come on, Disney, blast me. I'm not afraid of you. I'm a dollar sign. Here's the thing. My wife wants to plan a trip. Once we get the credit card paid off, after we get our car back. She wants to plan a 3-day trip. Stay in a hotel nearby, get 3-day tickets, and spend money in the park. Well, we had a plan to spend our honeymoon in the park. That fell through because my wife got COVID-19, wound up with a DVT, and had a stroke. She was sick on our anniversary, and we had to cancel plans. She was sad. I was worried about her. I was sad, but I was worried about her and told her it was okay. You know, being viewed as a dollar sign just goes to show you how low upper management has gone. They don't value the customer anymore. They've cut back on food portions and raised the price. That's okay. The food portion I got from Docking Bay 7 was absolutely perfect. It was filling, and I'm not too worried about the price. A little more than what we normally pay, but after the disappointing Red Rose Tavern experience back on July 15th, we took our grandniece there. Okay, Red Rose Tavern is usually a good place to eat. But no. That was a disappointing experience. So we decided to try something else. Very happy to report that the food at Docking Bay 7, at least what I had to eat, was good. What my wife had to eat was a little spicy and didn't quite agree with her palate. But she did try some of what I was eating and said next time we eat at Docking Bay 7, she's going to order the same thing I did. Which is fine, when we can afford to eat there. I don't enjoy being looked at as a dollar sign. I mean, we used to go, when we had the old annual passes, the wife and I used to go 3 times a month, 2 full days and 1 half day, spending anywhere from $80 on a half day to $120 on a full day. Plus the payment for our annual passes, and there's 2 of us. So there it is. Bob J. Peck and the upper management only view its guests at Disneyland Park as dollar signs, and they are unhappy about us magic key holders, saying we are an unfavorable mix in the park because he doesn't figure we spend. Well, I'm sorry. I've seen too many magic key holders leaving the park with every new product they put out. They spend. And when the magic keys are gone and the payment program is over with and the magic keys have expired, Disney is going to be losing money. And like I said, the reservation system, oh yeah, they want that to stay because they want to hire the minimum amount of people to run the park for the time that they're open. They're still not fully staffed. And they're not paying a living wage either. Sure, okay, $15 an hour minus union dues. Sure, there's perks to working there, but those perks are limited. So there it is. I put Disney on blast because they only see guests as a dollar sign. The cast members are the ones that make the magic. Now, when I'm there, cast members rock. Custodial cast members rock. And I thank them for what they do. I'm not going to say Disney's lost the magic, but they have lost some of it. The magic's still there. It's just not an abundance that it used to be. And like I said, they rushed the Magic Key program because Disney wasn't making the amount of money they thought they should because people were not buying tickets. There it is. So thank you for my rant, for listening to my rant. That's my opinion.